Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome to the first episode of Divine Journey. So you guys voted, Divine Journey won out by, at the time I called the vote, it was a couple votes. I think since then it's actually went up to like 6 or 7. I know there was some votes after I called the votes, but even still, it came out on top. So for those of you that don't know, this is a 1.7.10 pack. It is available on the Curse Launcher. And, of course, we talked about this in the video going over the votes and the options and everything, but the point of this pack, the goal of it, per se, is to get to the point where you have infinite infinity ingots. So anyways, let's go ahead and start. And we're going to make a new world, and we are going to call it to Asgard LP. And we'll set it survival. We're going to go with amplified terrain. It's going to be fun. It may cause like loading initially to take a bit longer. But I think as time goes on, I think it's going to be okay. I think so. And then for the seed, let's go with Divine Journey to Asgard LP. Okay. Generate structures. Let's see. I think everything else that's good. I believe so. So let's go ahead and create the world. And of course, amplified terrain makes, I think, anything interesting because it makes these huge, these massive, just like landscapes that go all the way up to build height, and you've got all kinds of mountains. If you like mountains or anything like that, amplified is pretty much a need to have sort of thing. Alright, so it looks like we started in this area here. I know there was a question about starting with the exact same seed that we had whenever I was showing off the world, but I think that kind of, I like just jumping into a world, not knowing what's out there, and just going with it, right? I think it's a little bit more interesting. Now, I will say that this pack does not have Lycanites mobs. There's a couple mods that I'm considering adding to this pack. Possibly after this episode, one of them, and another one a little bit later on. First up is Lycanites mobs. I'm considering adding that to this pack after this first episode, just for fun, kind of a thing. Like, let's throw Lycanites in there. And then I'm also considering adding Rotary Craft to this pack. Maybe Chromatocraft, we'll see. But Rotary Craft especially, I think we could add that once we get into... I'm going to have to kind of gate it. But we could start Rotary Craft maybe, once we get through... maybe once we take on this first dimension. Okay, because after that point, we've got access to Ender IO, Mine Factor Reloaded, Runic Dungeons. Or not really Runic Dungeons, but big reactors, simply jetpacks, all this stuff. And I think once we get into Dimension 5, if we threw in Rotary Craft and we start doing Rotary Craft, I think that would add a little bit more fun to the pack without really breaking the progression, I don't think. Because I think most everything from Rotary Craft, by this point, we should, it shouldn't be OP to have access to it. Right? It's kind of what I'm thinking anyways, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that in Lycanites. I mean, I could also add Chromatocraft, but Chromatocraft, of course, is a little bit more tricky finding the perfect balancing for that, like the balancing time and gating and stuff like that. But we could add that in and just kind of play it by ear. Right now I'm just kind of heading off in this direction. I guess I should start with the standard stuff. Punching wood. We'll start punching wood here. And our Getting Wood achievement. Now, of course, this pack does have an achievement book and a quest book. Achievement book's kind of like a step-by-step guide, and the quest book, also kind of a step-by-step guide. But let's go ahead... Oh, I've actually finished a quest here. Let's go ahead and read through this. It says, Welcome to Divine Journey. When you spawn, you should be able to find the achievement book and this book, the quest book, in your inventory. Make sure to read the first couple pages of the achievement book for basic introduction and for things you can do in this mod pack. This book, the quest book, contains 800 quests to guide you through the mod pack and eventually reach your goal described in the achievement book. Make infinite infinity ingots. Achieve by first creating one, then putting it in the Creative Strongbox. This book is broken into 12 chapters, which represent a linear progression through many mods. Although you will have to jump between the chapters quite often, you will progress through them in mostly a linear way. There are about 70 quests in each chapter, which will each reward you with something that might help to progress further. Although it's completely possible to reach the end goal without using this book or the achievement book, it's highly recommended that you do so because they will most likely answer your questions of how to move on and boost your progression with advices and additional items. Note, sometimes the achievement book bugs out and you won't be able to read it. Don't worry, just do flush achievements in chat, which might require you to toggle cheats on, and the book will become readable again. If you ever lose this book, it is craftable with a book and a piece of string. If you ever lose the achievement book, it's also craftable with a book and 2 purple dyes. Good luck completing your goals and have fun playing Divine Journey. Okay. So first up, the journey begins. This would be, where we're going to start. Everything begins here. And if we take a look here, they want us to get a piece of wood. We've already done that. And we get an apple. Oh, and don't forget about Vein Miner. Of course, we don't have an axe just yet, so... Next up, they want us to get a crafting station. We're just going to kind of... This first episode, we're just going to kind of, basically get started and start making our way towards somewhere. Set up a temporary base and then move on from there. It'll just be a temporary thing for right now, but... there's our crafting station, and then next up they want us to make a wooden pick. So let's do that. Let's get a bit of this stuff. Here we go. And I imagine this first episode we'll probably knock through a few quests as well. And there is our wooden pick. And we either get 4 dark oak saplings or 4 jungle saplings. I'm going to go with dark oak. I tend to like building with dark oak a lot. Next up they want us to get a chest. 5 cobblestone or 5 pieces of coal. Okay, I'm going to grab this. And I'm kind of trying to just move off in this direction, find a place to call home, that sort of thing. I would like to find some place near the ocean, ideally. Why do these apples not stack? Okay, they do stack. I would like to find some place near the ocean. It's kind of my goal. I don't know. We'll just kind of head off in this direction and see what we come across. That should complete a quest. And we get 3 pieces of coal for that. Then they want us to make a stone pickaxe. Okay. I'm actually going to want just a few more pieces of... I'm going to get a couple more pieces of stone because I want a sword. There we go. We already broke that off. And I figured, at first I started to record and then I was like, well, I could go ahead and add Lycanites. But I decided to wait because we have a quest book. I wanted to take time to read through the quest book and not like, oh gosh, we have Lycanites, let's go. And so I figured I'd wait to add Lycanites until next episode. Just because it's going to make it flow a little bit better and not have to do that initial rush to bunker down sort of a thing. And I just figured it would be a little bit more fun that way. That way we have Lycanites after the fact for kind of an initial challenge, so to speak. I believe, that completed a quest and they're going to give us 2 lapis. Okay, and then the chest. I'm not going to worry about the chest quest just yet because a lot of that, it looks like, that's kind of once we find a place to call home, we can kind of start making chests and Tinker's Constructs and some of that stuff. I am keeping my eye open for some coal, though. Coal is something I would like to find along our little journey. And I am going to grab these berry bushes. These are, of course, Natura berry bushes. These are blackberries. And as an initial food source, these are pretty invaluable. Especially if you get a few different kinds of berries and can start making the berry soup stuff. And now that I think about it, let's bump the difficulty up to hard as well. I think that'll be a little bit more fun as well. I'm going to get a little bit more wood here. And what is this? This is tiger wood. Okay, this is actually one of my favorite kinds of wood from Natura. Aside from ghost wood, some of the nether woods and stuff. But I do quite like tiger wood. I'm going to grab this, try to get a few saplings. 3 saplings, that's not bad. Okay. And we got 1 blackberry bush, which is fine. Oh, we've got divine logs from Divine RPG. We'll go ahead and grab those. Just because that wood is actually kind of nice looking. I can't wait to start getting into Divine RPG. Oh, this doesn't, actually I've got Vein Mine. I guess I could do that. Oh, but it destroyed my, with my axe in one go. Okay, is there any coal? I see coal way up there, but I'm not going way up there. We'll just kind of nomad it for a minute and then set up a little bit more permanently. I'm just kind of trying to see if I can find maybe some ocean or something like that. Or something with some kind of water access that's, you know, semi more flat for like an initial base. Generally with Amplified, going for like an initial setup spot is nice. And then you kind of spread out as you explore, you know, you give it some time, you find a place that you would like to call home, and then you set up there. Oh, I do want this spruce, if at all possible. There we go. I keep forgetting that I've got vein miner. But I do want some spruce wood. I like building with that as well, so. Oh, we have Mine Factory Reloaded Rubber. I am going to grab that as well. Go ahead and kill this chicken. Might as well. I'm going to need the food for too long. Navigating this terrain, like an amplified terrain, is so much fun. Like, it's so much fun. And whatever we ended up voting on, I figured that whatever it ended up being, I was going to run amplified. Because of the fact that amplified terrain is just way too much fun. Just way too much fun. Oh, that's a half stack of coal. I will take that. And they're going to give us 3 string for doing that. Okay. Oh, and now we have gravel collector. Get a stack of gravel. Get a stack of clay. And get a stack of sand. See, that's why I'm looking for some kind of ocean at the moment, is because setting up next to the ocean when Tinker's Constructs is going to be this important. I feel like it's going to be extremely helpful for us. I would love to find the wool to get like a bed. That would be great. Probably should have made a shovel as well. It looks like there's a sheep right up here somewhere. Aha, there he is. You should be kind and drop. Nope. Just one piece of wool. Okay. I may have to bunker down for the night. We'll see. I mean, if I can find one more sheep, we'll be fine. I think... What is a sleeping bag? No, we're not going to be able to craft that anytime soon. My goal is to not have to do like a cheese bunker kind of thing where you're like, oh, well, I just dig into the ground and like stay down here until morning. I try to avoid doing that too often, but... I mean, going underground and mining really wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm just doing a bit of mountain climbing at the moment here. And since this is hard mode, I'm going to kill me some of these pigs and get some pork chops because we are definitely going to need those. Oh man, this could be bad, potentially. Goodbye. Goodbye to you. Okay, I've got some berries. Yeah, I may actually have to set up for a minute just to get like some food cooked and different things. Well, I made it over that massive mountain, and I'm hoping... Yeah, I see some sheep down here, so we should be all set to make a bed in just a moment. It's so difficult in Amplified to do this. But okay, there we go. We have everything we need to make a bed. So I'm going to get this crafted up real quick, and we'll get sleeping. And okay. And I'm actually going to go ahead and kill these sheep. I would love to get like some kind of backpack or bag or something like that pretty quickly. Honestly, this area right here is not too bad. I would like a bit more water access, but there is some nearby water. Which could be useful. There's a lot of animals. What is this? This looks like, yep, belladonna. Let's see. There's a nice little river down here. Okay, I'm going to set up for right here for right this second. Just as like a small little temp base so that we can get some food cooking. Okay. And we do have a quest here to make a furnace. And to make a furnace in this pack, it is going to require compressed cobblestone and block of coal. Not, you know, that's not really all that expensive. Actually, let me back this little setup up a little bit. We'll do more like right up here. And the nice thing is, if we set up right up here temporarily, mobs aren't really going to be able to get up here if I light it up, because the water is just going to wash them down. So let's get ourselves some torches. And just kind of light this up a tad bit. Alright, now I don't plan on staying here for a really long time. I don't like the location all that much. For right this second, but I do want to get some food and stuff built up. It looks like I can't use vein miner on cobblestone. That's interesting. It doesn't have anything to do with my hunger. I mean, I know if my hunger gets so low, I can't use vein miner, but it's high enough that I should be able to use it. So maybe it's a change in the pack, which is actually kind of nice. It seems like you can vein mine trees, but maybe not vein mine to mine. You know, I know that I was able to do it with coal earlier. And let's see, do we have any options for like a backpack, perhaps? There are these. These take woven cloth that string around sticks. Okay. What options do I have? Oh, there's also iron backpacks. I didn't even realize iron backpacks had a 1.7 version. That is leather around a chest. We could probably pull that off if I go kill some cows. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go for a backpack because I definitely need one. And the standard, that's just the basic. The higher tier ones, we're not going to be able to pull off, but that's fine. I actually quite like this furnace recipe though. Like, it takes a bit more effort to get that initial furnace. I mean, granted, it's all just initial effort kind of stuff, but that's fine. I actually quite like it. Alright, now we just need a slab and a block of coal. Just like that. And there we go. We got our furnace. And we'll just set this up for right now. We'll put it right here. And do we have mini coal in this pack? Looks like no. I've got some chicken and stuff. I'm going to grab one of these pork chops. Actually, let me get one for the road too. And then we're going to go kill some cows. Because, what is this? Oh, the demon furnace. Okay. It's been a while since I played with Divine RPG, honestly. Okay, we got a little bit of food. I got some more food cooking. I'm going to go kill some of these cows. See if I can get some leather. We're going to need 8 pieces of leather for our backpack. Now, is there a quest for a backpack by chance? They're going to give us bone meal, but... they want us to make a sterling generator. Stone torches. Okay. We'll do that stuff in just a moment. And this will make good food to continue our journey. Our divine journey. I kill these guys just because... Let me turn this off, actually. I don't need to see where mobs can spawn right now. Oh gosh! Pumpkin spiders! Ow! Awesome! That means I have to go way back over... Did I not get a death marker? Or did I... Yes, it's way over... in that direction, somewhere. Right over there. Almost 400 meters off in that direction. Awesome. Okay, give me a minute. I'm going to run back to our bed. I should be able to pull it off, I think. Okay, almost back. I ended up crafting another bed. There were some sheep near spawn, so... which is fine, because we're going to need additional beds. But I should have set up a bed and left it, like, over here. Because you can actually use beds kind of as, like, waypoints if you're going to, like, long distance or something like that. It's kind of my fault. Kind of my fault that I died and had to run all the way back, so. I was just derping. Oh yeah, I'm so used to shifting over these. Oh gosh. These make a big old mess in my inventory. Okay, what can I toss? I don't really need cobblestone slabs. I do want those saplings, right? Yeah, those are my dark oak. I can do without the oak, honestly. Because there's plenty of oak around. But once we get our backpack, we'll have storage again. Okay, so right now we have 7 pieces of leather. And I know I could have just set up a temp base, like, at spawn. But I don't know. I just wanted to head off. Because we're going to need a lot of clay and gravel and stuff like that. And with Amplified, it's a little bit difficult if you don't set up in a good spot to get large amounts of those, you know. Okay, there we go. We got enough leather now. I'm going to go ahead and kill this guy for the food more than anything. There we go. Okay, so let's head back to our little temporary spot. And hopefully we have no more deaths. That pumpkin spider totally surprised me. Like, I saw the pumpkin, and I knew it kind of had a different face. But like I said, I mean, it's been forever since I've played any with Divine RPG. And I was not expecting the spider to come to life and be the pumpkin spider. So, I was kind of a little bit on the surprise side. Let's see. Let me go ahead and eat something here. Alright, so first up we are going to need a chest. And can I do... I can't do that crafting recipe. I love that crafting recipe too. Alright. So chest. Oh wait. Something's not right here. What does it take to make a chest in this pack? Okay, it actually takes 4 pieces of wood and 4 planks. Interesting. So just slightly more expensive, not really a problem. There is our chest, and that's probably completed a quest, I believe. But let's go ahead and get ourselves a backpack. A basic backpack. Okay. Alright, so let me go ahead and throw in some of this junk that we've got on us. Like all this stuff. Okay. Man, that storage on the iron backpack, on the basic one, is so measly. Like, I wouldn't even call it a backpack. Okay, but let's take a look here. We should have a couple quests completed. 6 bone meal. There we go. And then we get 4 pieces of oak wood for that chest. Okay. And then they want us to make, they want us to get a piece of iron, and then also make 12 stone torches. The stone torches, I can do that. There's that. There's 16 stone torches, and we get 3 cooked chicken for that. Definitely worth it. Okay, and now we're kind of just stockpiling stuff for grout and getting into power. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a cobblestone shovel. Because we've got a lot of gravel in this area. I do want to stock up on gravel. There we go. There's 55 pieces. Yeah, it looks like you can vein mine gravel. And I assume you can probably vein mine sand. Probably clay. We just need to find a good place to get sand and clay. Is kind of what I'm moving towards. Because I know in this pack we're going to need a lot of Tinker's constructs. And starting like where we were is not going to cut it for sand and clay, I don't believe. Okay, so we got our stack of gravel. They're going to give us 6 flint for that. Then we need to get clay and sand. Okay, all of our beef is done cooking, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Throw a torch down there. And we'll grab our crafting station, and we're going to go ahead and head off. I'm assuming that if we follow this river, first up we're probably going to come across a bit of sand and maybe clay. And then I'm hoping that this will actually hit, well, I don't know. Kind of hoping that this would hit like some like an ocean or a lake or something like that. But there is clay down here. And a bit of sand. We've actually got our stack of clay already. We might actually set up here temporarily. Like make this little area here like a temporary home base. Not where I was, but something like that. This might be okay. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think we've been traveling enough, and we'll just basically hang out here and call this our base temporarily, and we'll just kind of destroy this place, like gathering up all the resources and stuff, all the sand and clay and stuff that we can find. I'm going to go ahead and take the sugar cane. Okay. Should be, we've got all of our clay and gravel. Clay and sand, I mean. Alright. Oh, but it looks like there's a plains, like right over the mountain. Yeah, see, like right in this little section here. That's kind of what I was looking for. What I was hoping for. Okay, let's go ahead and push on just a little bit further. And see about this area. There's some kind of a cave system back here. Because I can hear the, like, skeletons. Yeah, that's just a cave. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead. Let's get over this little mountaintop. Oh, but it's like a plains, but it's on top of this mountain, I think. But this river is continuing on. I don't know. Oh, it looks like a decent little sized water source up here we could call home. And I see an 82 meteor location. Okay, there we go. We got a little bit more flat. Not really flat terrain, but something closer to that. And then probably in the next few episodes, once we kind of get our bearings and do a little bit of exploring the world and stuff like that, we'll figure out where we want to set up more permanently. And, oh man, that's not good. What if I go, yeah, I'm going to kind of bypass these guys. We'll go over to this little area right over here. I think this would be okay. Yeah, I like this little area. The only thing we have to watch out for is the Thaumcraft structure, but I can kind of give that some room and get around it. But where we started was so hilly, though. Like, it was like, I don't want to sit up here initially because, you know, I'm not going to have, like, I'm going to have to clear to do anything. Right here would be better to start out with. We can put some farms and stuff down. I think right in this little section here would be good. So, okay. And we're pretty close to water. I mean, I've got sand and gravel and clay and everything for a while. So it should be good. And then I can always go down to the water and get more. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set up our blackberry bushes. Get those growing. And then we should have another kind of berry, right? Yeah, we got... Oh, that's more blackberry. Is blackberry the only one that we found? I guess so. I thought we found some other kind, but maybe not. Yeah, it looks like just blackberry. Okay, that's fine. And we'll go ahead and head on in here just a little bit. And let me set up a crafting station out here. And for this first episode, as per usual, we're going to live in the mountain a little bit. And then we'll actually start building, well... fairly soon. I can't say for sure that we'll start building, you know, next episode or between episodes or anything like that, but because I do want to kind of figure out some place that we're going to call like a little bit more permanent home, but we'll use this as kind of a starting, getting our bearings kind of thing. Okay, I'm just kind of lighting up the area a little bit. There we go. Running through all those stone torches and stuff. And we'll go ahead and move this inside. We've kind of got like a little hole in the ground sort of thing going. And then I'm also going to want a couple things. First up, I'm going to want some kind of a door just to put on the front here. There. And then also my pick broke, so let's get... Tell you what, let's get another pick and another shovel. And we'll put our bed down. Okay. This is our new home. And then we'll just kind of spiral out and see if we can find a nice place to call, like, a little bit more permanent, you know, home. I don't know if I want to jump into... I think I've got enough steak and stuff to bide me over for a bit as far as food goes. So I don't feel like I need to jump straight into farming and stuff. Let's see. Our clay is done. They're going to give us a fishing rod. And then sand, they're going to give us a flint shovel. Okay. And that is a Tinker's Construct flint shovel. Okay, so I actually don't need the shovel that I just made. That's awesome. But let me go ahead and get a chest. And we'll start filling this up with some of the junk we've got. And we'll go ahead and make a double chest, actually. So we can dump off this whole backpack. There we go. And let's take a look at the achievement book as well. So first up, we'll try to keep up with this. First up, they want us to punch wood, craft some basic stone tools, go on your first mining adventure. Haven't even done that. Set up a simple base, look around first to be able to avoid tainted land. So that's another thing I want to keep in mind. Since we have Thaumcraft, we don't want to set up very close to tainted land. Now, later on into Thaumcraft, we can kind of stop that taint from getting closer. But starting out, you know, Thaumcraft early isn't until this far into the pack. Okay, it's going to be a very, very long way before we get into Thaumcraft. So I don't want to... I want to kind of survey our surroundings before we set up a place and say, okay, this is going to be our permanent base. Craft a furnace and smelt some iron ore. Vein mine gravel, sand, and clay to craft grout. Smelt grout to make seared bricks. We could actually... Yeah. Yeah, we can't do it just yet, but we're on our way. But let's go ahead, actually, and make a stack of this. So, sand, gravel, and then clay makes us grout. And then, I've got a furnace, right? Yes. We'll set this right here. Let me get a hopper. Actually, we're going to make just a quick vanilla automated furnace setup. I'm going to need a couple hoppers. You know what? It doesn't... I should have gathered more wood as we went. It doesn't feel like changing that chest recipe over makes that big of a difference, but it's actually kind of expensive starting out. I'll tell you what. Let me get some bone meal. And we'll just go with... I guess... No. Let me get dark oak. Because Well, actually, I guess spruce can do the 2x2, but we'll do dark oak. And we'll set this up like that. There we go. And if we chop this down, I mean, this is going to be enough wood for a little while, honestly. At least for our getting started kind of stuff. I've got a chicken somewhere nearby. But... And I think if we just keep replanting dark oak like this, like 2x2s, assuming that I get enough saplings back to do that, which I don't think I'm going to, doesn't look like. No, you're not. Okay. Well, we've still got almost a stack of wood. I think we're okay for a minute. Alright. Give me... I'm not going to worry about doing the coal. I don't think we need to automate coal insertion, personally. But let's get that. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to be able to make a hopper yet, because I don't have a... I'm losing my mind. Sorry, I don't have a... I don't have any iron yet. I'm going to have to go mining. Well, we'll get that first stack of grout cooking up. That'll work. Okay, and we completed this quest. They're going to give us 24 clay, 24 sand, 24 gravel. We'll go ahead and turn that in. And they also want us to make 10 glass. We'll do that in a minute. And then get a stack of sear bricks. We're working on that. Okay, so we're going to have to go mining. So I think our mining tunnel is going to be just right here. This will be fine. I'll tell you what, I'm going to grab all this coal right here. Because I want to make some stone torches. And I'll tell you what, instead of using stone tools anymore, let's go ahead and... Let's see, does it not have... Do we not go straight into the pattern chest quest? Or do we have to get a... Maybe they want us to get a drawer first before we can do the pattern chest. I've noticed scroll wheel doesn't work too well. Alright, but anyways, there is our drawer. They're going to give us 2 upgrade templates. It's great. Yeah, they still don't have a pattern chest. Maybe we have to get iron before we can even do that. I don't know for sure. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put cobblestone into that. Okay. Yeah, I'll just wait until the quest opens up, because I was going to get some flint tools, but I think... Yeah, okay. To make blank patterns in this pack, we need iron. Okay. That makes sense. That's why we're not able to... Wait. Oh, all these are backwards. It's shift click for 1. Oh. That's going to take some getting used to. Actually, I could probably change it. I'll probably do that. Okay, so give me just a bit. I'm going to dig down, see if I can find some iron, hopefully. I found a bit of copper, but that doesn't do us a whole... There's more copper. Here we go. Found iron. I was vein mining gravel and found a bunch of iron. Or not a bunch. A little bit of iron, and we've also got some tin. Yeah, 3 pieces of iron. That's fine. That'll be enough to get us started anyways. There we go. I just vein mined the rest of that gravel, and there is more iron. And we've also got Certus quartz. Honestly, I don't know. Do I want to mine that? Yeah, I'll mine it. There's really no point in waiting on fortune. It's not that big of a deal. And it looks like I broke the flint shovel, but that's okay. That's easy enough to repair, so... Alright, so let's go ahead and get ourselves another furnace, I think. Because I've got that one cooking up grout. I don't really want to stop it. And furnaces, I mean, they're not terribly expensive. You know, that initial furnace, that's what I like about those kind of recipes. Is like that initial craft of it takes a little bit more effort, but after that, I mean, it's not too bad. And we'll just set this furnace up right there. And I think for starting out, I'm going to go ahead and cook up like 8 pieces of iron. That should be good. And let's get that. And I'll tell you what, let me grab some food as well. And we'll get that cooking. And we'll be able to get ourselves some blank patterns. Woot. That quest is done. And then we get 4 Magnesio essence for that. Woot. Irony. Craft an iron pickaxe. Okay. Well, first up, I want a blank pattern. I do believe. These require 6 pieces of wood and 2 sticks. I love some of these recipe changes. Like, I'm really quite enjoying them, to be perfectly honest. Alright. And let me get some sticks here. Because I'm going to want a few blank patterns, I think. We'll go with, like... I'll tell you what. I'll do 4 crafts to start with. That will be fine. And there's our iron. 2, 3. There we go. And 16 blank patterns. And then we get 4 more blank patterns as a quest reward. That's great. And if I recall, it's like a half stack is like the ideal number that you want. Okay, now we need to make all the different pieces for Tinker's Constructs. And I'll tell you what, let me remove this wall, because I'm going to need a little bit larger of an area, I think, to get everything set up and started. So we'll kind of clean this out a little bit. This pick is just about to die. There we go. Okay, so first up, a piece of wood and a blank pattern gets us our part builder. Then we want a chest with a blank pattern. Gets us our pattern chest. Another book. And then we're going to want a... Well, I'll tell you what. Let me get a couple pieces of wood here. Then we're going to want to get our stencil table. And then lastly, the crafting table. Just like that. And then I always like to have a crafting station next to it. So we're going to do that. Okay, so pattern chest goes right there, stencil table there, part builder goes right here, tool station, and then crafting station. Just like that, and that should actually knock out, a bunch of quests. So first up, they're going to give us 4 blank patterns, a wooden tool rod, and a wooden binding, a flint pickaxe head, and a pumpkin. I can't think of what the pumpkin's for, in fact, but okay, we'll take it. And then they want us to make a tool forge. They're going to give us 2 diamonds for this, but... Oh, it's actually not changed, really. But it is expensive at the moment. That's a bit of iron that we don't have. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Tool station, let's go ahead and make that flint pickaxe that they gave us the parts for. That'll be okay starting out. Oh, it looks like we don't have iguana tinker tweaks. I was actually kind of hoping for iguana tinker tweaks, but which I know we were able to make like the standard picks and stuff, but I've played packs in the past where you can do that. Like you can adjust it so that you can make the vanilla tools in the configs, but alright, well, we got our first stack of seared bricks. Let's go ahead and throw in another stack of that grout and 8 pieces of coal. Actually running through that coal like super fast at the moment. And that finishes out that quest for the seared bricks. They're going to give us 3 leather. Sounds good. And then next up, it's kind of weird seeing like AE2 stuff here already. Like apparently they want you to get into that pretty quick, maybe in this pack. They're also going to want us to get 10 glass, and we're going to have to do that to make tanks. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and make 16 pieces of glass. I'm going above and beyond the Call of Duty. And I guess in our stencil table, I've got 20 blank patterns. I'm going to go ahead and make what I can with these 20. Probably just like the first 20 of them. Shovel head, axe head. That's usually something I like to do early on, is just go ahead and make all the patterns so you never have to worry about it ever again. Really, after that point, you don't even have to have the stencil table anymore because you've got everything. But I usually keep it around, you know, but you don't generally have to use it. Alright, and basically that's going to get us to the last, we'll start here. So we really only need 2 more crafts of it. So I'm going to go ahead and craft those patterns. And then, of course, in 1.7, there's also that scimitar recipe. So we are going to have to try to find that one. But that's not really too big of an issue. Alright, so there's that. There's our blank patterns. I'm honestly glad this isn't one of those packs where they give you a reward every time you craft like a blank pattern. That annoys me to no end. I've encountered a lot of packs like that where they're like, oh, congratulations, you crafted a handguard. You crafted a, you know, like, there's so many rewards tied to just blank patterns, and it's like the easiest thing in the world. And those packs, whenever they do that, it drives me insane. It drives me insane. Okay, so there is all the patterns. Minus like the scimitar, yeah. And then of course casts will also have like nugget, gem, ingot, stuff like that, but for the actual patterns, there we go. That's pretty much all of those. Okay, so now that we've got that, let me go ahead and dump that off and whatnot. I am going to see what I want to go for next. I want to set up the smeltery. I think I do because that's ore doubling. Well, we've got our glass that we need. So we'll go ahead and turn in this quest. They're going to give us 2 wool for that. Alright. I don't need that at the moment. And then next up, they want us to make 4 seared bricks. And they're going to give us a bow and some arrows. Okay. There's 4 of those. Oh, and we got our next mighty smelting book. There we go. I'm just going to put that in there for right now. And then, okay, seared faucet, one of those, a smeltery drain, one of those. We've got a casting table, a seared tank. Which one is this? Okay, this is the one with the glass in the middle. It's actually a little bit more expensive. Normally you don't have to put bricks like that, but still not too bad. And they're going to give us a bucket of lava for that. That's awesome. Which I can't remember. Are buckets... Whoops. Buckets are weighted pressure plates in this pack. That's not too bad. I haven't seen that before. Normally I see like iron plates, you know. Okay, and I actually need to look. These are different. These are altered recipes. So first up, the seared faucet. We're going to need 2 of these. Actually 3 for my setup. So I'm going to get 3 of those. And that completes that quest. They are going to give us 5 seared bricks for that. And then the smeltery drain, they're going to give us 2 seared faucets. Okay, I just wasted a bunch of stuff. My bad. Seared bricks, smeltery faucet. Alright. So, there we go. There's our drain. Wish I could turn these back into seared bricks at this point. Okay, I don't actually need that then. And then the casting table is a weighted pressure plate and some seared bricks. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to turn all these into seared bricks because I need them, it seems like. So, weighted pressure plate, seared bricks. That's the last of my iron now. There's our casting table, or at least the iron that I have cooked up. And they're going to give us an ingot cast for that. And actually, one thing I do want to make real quick is another chest. It's going to take a little bit to get used to this chest recipe, actually. And let me get that. And I'm going to want just a couple more blank patterns. Or specifically one more blank pattern. That means I'm going to have to cook up some iron. I'm just going to cook up the last of this. It's fine. Well, no, let me hold off on that. Yeah, I'm going to hold off on that for just a minute. Because I may not need any more iron to do this. And that's going to be ore doubling once we get the smelter in place. So it's kind of a waste. The casting basin, they give us timers and stuff like that. That requires a cauldron. I'm going to wait on that. I don't necessarily need a basin right this second. For the smeltery controller, oh, we need redstone for that. Interesting. And honestly, I'm starting to think that we need the redstone from here. Okay. So first up, I'm going to go ahead and cook this iron. I'm going to need to. Because I need a better pick. And then I'm going to go ahead and like dig this out just a little bit because I'm going to put our smeltery back in here, I think. And I mean, we've got a few of the pieces made that we need for it. So we might as well go ahead and set those up. I guess I'm going to start with a slightly smaller smeltery at first, I think. Because I don't really have the materials. Well, the smeltery... No, not the smeltery drain, I'm sorry. the smeltery controller, all we need is 4 seared bricks and 4 seared bricks. So, I tell you what, let me grab 4 of those and grab 4 of these. I'm going to put these in the backpack. And then we've pretty much got everything now, you know, that we need, other than the block of redstone. So, let's see, and that's still smelting. We'll go with the normal size. I like the 3x3 interiors myself. Is usually what I go for. Let me go ahead and grab that copper, though. And I think we've got plenty of seared bricks to do this, so we'll just start like this. Go ahead and pull this up. Pull that up. I mean, if worse comes to worse, I can make a little bit more grout. That's not really a big problem. And we'll just make it 1 high for the time being, and then I'll upgrade it later. So I think we're going to put our seared tank for right now right there. Our drain. This is going to change very, very soon, but the drain, we'll just put it right here. It's not going to look good at all, but that's fine. And then we'll get our faucet. Throw it on there, and then we need the controller. And I'll tell you what, actually, let me just move the tank over to here. Controller will go there, and then I just need a bit more seared brick. So I am going to need some more grout. 2, 5. That's enough to make 2 more. And let me get just a couple more pieces of coal. Okay. Alright, so now I need to go find... oh yeah, that iron should be done. I should be able to get my iron pick. So we'll do that. There we go. Iron pickaxe. That quest is now completed, and we're going to go with, I think 10, actually. I've got tons of copper, so... Okay, so now we have a quest here to get 3 diamonds, and then get 5 redstone. Which we're actually going to need 9 redstone. So, that is what we are on the lookout for at this point, which I'm not quite deep enough just yet to get redstone. So give me just a bit. I'm going to do a bit more mining here and see what I can come across, and then I'll be back. Okay, I've just been mining down, and I believe we are right on top of what appears to be probably a mineshaft. I think is what this is. Haha, it is. By the way, it seems like... I think durability is reduced. I don't think iron pickaxe is normally just 100 durability. So it does seem like durability is reduced with... for vanilla tools within this mod. I do see essence. Oh, I see some good berries over here. And I see redstone. That's awesome. And I see diamonds. Haha! Our very first diamonds. You know, usually I try to mine those on camera, and we have already found some. That's awesome. Which is good stuff. Oh, yeah, we've got titanium. We've got... Oh, that's quantum flux. Alright. And there's all the redstone that we need. Great. Finding a mineshaft down here is actually kind of good luck. So, I'm going to go ahead and actually just run through this whole pick. I'm not for sure if I want to wait to mine that diamond. I kind of feel like yes. I think I do want to wait. Because right up here, there's actually some lapis. And with us about to get into Tinker's Constructs, I think I'll just wait and put fortune onto it. I think that would be the best idea. And, well, I'm going to have to come back down to get the rest of that lapis, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and light up this mineshaft just a tad bit so that we don't come down to a bunch of mobs. That's one thing I kind of miss about 1.7 is all these berry bushes. All these, like, different ore berries. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and head up. I think we've got everything that we need. I've got a bit of gold. I've got plenty of redstone. Hitting a mineshaft right below us is awesome. Oh, and there's Cinnabar. I miss all these, like, old thumb... Like, that's one thing that's nice about this pack. Like, granted, I enjoy Project Ozone, right? Project Ozone is a lot of fun. However, when I saw this pack, and when I was looking through the mods and stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm more excited about this pack than Project Ozone by far. And that's due to the fact that it has things like Thaumcraft, and it has things... And it's not a skyblock. You know, that's another nice feature of this. Is that... You know, we're actually digging down, we're finding these ores, we're having to mine, stuff like that. And I'm so excited about this pack. I'm so excited about it. This essence berry, I'm going to put this outside. Go ahead and let it start growing. Basically, it's just free XP, so we might as well. And let me grab this food. Honestly, living off berries is something that I tend to do a bit. The chicken, I mean, the meat and stuff is kind of like a fallback. It's nice to have it, but we will probably be living off berries a lot. Okay, so there is our block of redstone. And I believe it was, what, like this, I think? Yep, and there is our smeltery controller. And then all we need is our seared bricks. Pow. And guess what, guys? We have ourselves a smeltery. Awesome. And I have plenty of stuff now that could benefit from that ore doubling. So, let's go ahead and get our bucket of lava. And what does it take to make like a drum in this pack? Curiosity. Standard recipe. Awesome. Unless cauldron is changed. Okay, it's not. That's great. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get some of this iron cooking up. Get that stuff doubling. And I've got flint. Okay, I've got flint on me. So I'm going to go ahead and fix both of my tools because both of these are damaged at the moment. Though really I may not need these flint tools anymore. I don't know. Probably not. But anyways, they're going to give us 3 eggs for our 5 pieces of redstone. And then over here they're going to give us gold or... oh, gold and iron gravel for our smeltery controller. Great. I'm going to have to get more chests, more chest action going on here. And then we do have that ingot cast, so let me grab that. And I think what we're going to do is let's put... well, I don't have any iron on me. We'll get some iron in a second. I'm going to set up a hopper feeding out of this. So let's get some more of that iron cooking up. There's that. And let me just go ahead and make a few more chests, in fact. Oh, we've actually got one right here. Okay, one chest is going to go right there. Okay, and then I think the first thing that I want is a hopper. And, oh yeah, I'm going to need to make a chest first. And I'll tell you what, while we're making chests, let me go ahead and get like a few of these. Because it's something we've been using and I need just to make them. Alright, so there's 3 chests. And then let's get ourselves our very first hopper. There's that. And I'm going to go ahead and put the hopper onto that chest. And now if I pump out, say, iron ingots, they immediately get pulled out into the chest. Now, the casting basin, that's the one that gives us the timer, the lever, the redstone, the red alloy wire. I'm going to want that. And to do that, we're going to need a cauldron. And I'm actually going to need some more seared bricks as well. So let me get just a little bit more grout made. And let me go ahead and get this stuff cooking up. Okay. Well, anyways, there's some grout. And let me go ahead and give that a piece of coal. I think my other coal's in the backpack. And we'll get that cooking up. Wait, to make the casting basin... I don't think that's enough, is it? No, because we're going to need 2 seared bricks and then 4 more on top of that. So, okay, let me get 2 more crafts of this. And I'll get a piece of coal. Get that going. Okay. Now we should be all sorted. And now we're really just waiting for that grout to get finished. And then what I'll probably do is... I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring this room back a little bit. Kind of open it up. And then we'll put this stuff back just a little bit against the wall. That way it's kind of out of the way of our smeltery. Because right now everything's so cramped in here. Okay, something more a bit like that. And then I'm going to clean this area up in just a minute. But okay, there's our seared bricks. And we'll get our casting basin. Okay, we'll just have our basin be right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade these out. I think I want the casting table. I don't want it to have the hopper anymore. That was just kind of temporary. And instead, we'll have the chest right here. We'll have the hopper fitting into it. And then I'll go ahead and do that. Just like that. And then let me get a drain, like a faucet. And we'll put this faucet on the side right there. And then we should have the timer now and stuff, right? Yes. Okay, so they're going to give us a timer, a lever, a red alloy wire. That's great. And then what we'll do is we'll set the timer up. Yeah, that'll start it. Okay, that's great. So what we'll do is we'll have it right there. And, I mean, it's going to be kicking it on and off, but that's fine. We'll set it to like 5 seconds. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll have just back here, we'll put a lever on the back. So if we flip that, we can stop the timer. So iron and stuff like that that we want pumping out, it's pumping it out for us. And now we're getting all this stuff ore doubled. So that's great. Now another thing that I want is I would like to get... Oh yeah, I do want that, actually. Let me grab this. We'll put that in there. Get our blank patterns. And then I'm going to want one more pattern chest. And we'll just set this down. For right now, we'll just put it right here. And this is going to have our casts in it. Our aluminum brass cast. Now, right now, I don't have any casts to really put in this, but that's okay. We will get some a bit later on. And then I'm also going to want another drawer. So we'll go ahead and get that crafted. It's going to be dark oak. That's fine. And this one, I just want to put gravel into this because I have a bunch of gravel building up on me. Like that. And then I think all this gold, I'm just going to go ahead and dump it into this system as well. It's really not that much gold, I guess. But I'm going to go ahead and turn that timer off for the time being. Honestly, with a casting basin, I don't find the timer that important. You know, having that automatic. But that's just me. Anyways, let's take a look at our book now. Now they want us to either start getting into thermal expansion. Oh, and actually, if we look here, we've unlocked a few tabs. Farming, we've unlocked something. This is sugarcane. Get 6 sugar canes. I haven't gotten 6 sugar canes, I don't think. They're going to give us 3 blackberries for that. Did I get 6? Okay, I did get it. I guess I got exactly 6. And then Manesio, get 1 Manesio. And they're going to give us 3 bottles of enchanting. Okay. Sounds good. Now, do we have, out of curiosity, do we have iron chest? We do. I think I'm going to get one of these. I do believe. Because storing all this stuff is just not happening. We just have tons of junk building up on us. And I've got plenty of iron at this point. More than enough. I can afford an iron chest, so there's that. And then they're going to want us to get 6 weighted pressure plates. Weighted pressure plates seem to be the thing in this pack. I guess to make everything cost double, you know. Alright, and that has a bit more storage. I'm not going to get into gold pressure plates just yet. I don't think we... Or gold, a gold chest just yet. I don't think we really need it. And I'll have to get everything sorted, you know, ores and food and all that stuff. I'll have to get that stuff sorted in the near future, not just yet. Yeah, so we can either go through into thermal expansion. Basic energy, that's probably what we'll do next, I think. Shine bright like a diamond. Liquid transfer, okay. And let's pull out our achievement book and see what we've done so far. Go on your first mining adventure, we've done that. Set up a simple base, yeah, I guess. We haven't looked around for tainted land just yet, but I'm more interested in that for our more permanent base. I'm going to do, you know, a little bit of exploration over the upcoming episodes, and we'll see where we want to set that up. Furnace, smelt some iron ore, we've done that. Vein mine gravel, sand, and clay. Tinker's construct smeltery. Collect lava for your smelter. We need to do that. And set up the 5 basic Tinker's tool creation tables. Transfer node, import lava and water in your smeltery to create obsidian. Oh yeah, see, we're out of lava right now. Okay, we're going to have to do that. So let's get a couple of these. I'm going to need a cauldron. And we're going to get ourselves a drum. So that. And we're short 1 piece of iron. There we go. Okay, now we've got to go find some place to gather up some lava. So let me do a little bit of mining. It looks like there's actually something right over there. Oh, and here's some aluminum. I'll go ahead and grab this stuff. And we are like right on top of that lava right now. Yes, there we go. That is what I was wanting to find. So we do have a lava lake like right outside of our door. And then just down through here a little bit. That is perfect. I'd like to get down... Okay, it looks like right down there. I could probably get down to it. That would be ideal. Okay, here we go. Now we have access to this little lava lake. This will be perfect for getting some lava for our smeltery. Let's go ahead and set that down. And I'll just gather up some of this. It seems like it's not too deep, but at the same time, it's not like I need a ton of lava right this second. So I'm just going to kind of grab what's down here. Maybe grab all of this. Be probably around 50, 60 buckets or something like that. And I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I just emptied out this whole area. We've got 121 buckets of lava now. So, and I also did a little bit of mining. There was some stuff, some iron, some copper down here as well. So, alright, let's go ahead and grab that and we'll head on back up. And I know it's about wrapping up time. I was actually just editing the footage and noticed I did add a ladder down here because my pick broke. And I had to come up here to repair it. And I just made some ladders while I was up here as well. Just to make it a little bit easier to get down there. Because we might end up using that little area for some kind of mining or something. I don't know. But okay, so we've got a bunch of lava. And I believe that was a spot, collect lava for your smeltery. There we go. Okay, so we got that first page all done. And we'll go ahead and set down our drum. I'll tell you what. I'm going to put it like right here. Or no, right here. Okay, so there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and move these furnaces back. We'll put them over here, I think. This would be a good place to have them. So they're kind of out of our way a bit. And let's take a look just really, really quickly. What does it take to make this liquid transfer node? A block of redstone, a bucket, some iron, lapis, and a pipe. And I'm assuming that transfer pipes, okay, they are standard. Alright, so really, really quickly, before we end out the episode, we are going to craft this up real quick. I'm going to go ahead and just cook like a stack of stone, because it's something we might as well go ahead and get it cooking. And let me go ahead and get this running in both furnaces. And then we're going to get our block of redstone. Okay. And there is our stone slabs. There's that. And there is our transfer pipe. And then for the transfer node, it was, okay, bucket, redstone, lapis, iron. I should have most all of this ready to go. I'm just going to use the one bucket that I have. I can make more later. Okay, so there we go. And then we'll just attach this onto the bottom. And that's going to start filling that up with lava for us. Very, very simple and easy to set up. Okay, so that is a quest completed. And we can either get an ender pearl or an emerald. I'm going to take the ender pearl. In my experience, they tend to be a little bit harder to come across. A little bit harder to find. And then in addition, make a liquid transfer node, import lava, or... Oh, that's for making obsidian. Never mind. We'll have to wait on that then. Okay. Alright. So, yeah, next up is alumite. So, next episode looks like we're probably going to get into better tinker's tools, power generation, some of that stuff. It's crazy, because in this first tab, I see big reactors. I see AE2, Ender IO, thermal expansion. Oh, and we actually have a quest here under gadgets completed for making... Oh, an iron chest. Okay. And they're going to give us 4 copper for that. Oh, we can actually get alumite right here. Okay. Honestly, I might do it that way. Make a gold chest, because we've got... Well, let me see. What does it take to make a gold chest? It would take a little bit more gold. But honestly, with alumite being a reward for that... no, we probably make it the normal way, actually, now I think about it, because we're going to have some to make repairs and stuff, and then we're going to have to do it, and it's not really difficult. So that'll be good. That'll be good. But anyways, I know it's wrapping up point. Right about wrapping up point. So I am going to end this episode out here. The most I'll do between this episode and next probably is maybe a little bit of mining. I'll probably do a little bit of that, but nothing too crazy. Just get some more resources built up for us that we can use next episode. Because it looks like next episode we're going to need it because we'll be getting into power and all that stuff. So that is the plan, I believe. I feel like we got a lot done this episode, and we kind of went off exploring a little bit and stuff. I might explore a little bit between this episode and next because I would like to see, you know, what's up over here, what's over this ridge. There looks like a village right over there. Huh. Okay. Well, I'll wait and check out the village with you guys. Of course, amplified terrain makes it a little bit more difficult to navigate that kind of terrain and stuff. I will say that over here under gadgets, they've got jetpacks. But it looks like we're going to have to complete a quest. That's probably, honestly, that is probably, I can only assume that's probably thermal expansion stuff. Probably charging, I imagine. Maybe under Journey Begins. It's probably somewhere in here. Maybe under Automation, perhaps. I don't know. But anyways, next episode we'll continue on with this. We are going to make some new Tinker's tools and weapons and picks and hammers maybe and all that stuff. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully in the next couple episodes we'll figure out a more permanent base to set up in. And like I said, let me know down in the comments. I'm thinking about adding Lycanites to the pack. So let me know what you guys think about Lycanites, what you think about Chromatocraft, Rotary Craft. Those are honestly two of my favorite magic and tech mods. I would like to run those just because, from what I understand from Rika has no intention of updating those to 1.10. So 1.7 is pretty much where they're at. Now she may eventually upgrade those, but as of right now, there's no intention to upgrade those. So it would be kind of fun to play around with Rotary Craft, Chromatocraft, assuming they run good with the pack and everything. Now I would have to do some gating. You know, say like we can't get into these until this point. But aside from that, I really don't think there'd be anything too OP from those mods that would affect general progression of the pack. But I think having Rotary Craft and Chromatocraft could be a little bit of fun. But let me know what you guys think, you know, in the comments about those two. Those are the two that I'm kind of on the fence about. Because with this pack being the way it is, I don't want to make things unbalanced, right? I don't know. Those, like I said, I'm really on the fence about them just because the nature of this pack. Lycanites is a little bit more, you know, we're fine to add that in. It's no problem. And the other mod that I'm probably going to add, it's kind of like Lycanites. It doesn't really add anything OP, is I'm probably going to add Z-Tones. I think the most OP aspect that would bring is it allows us to make mini coal. So, which really isn't a big deal. That would be about the most, because it's a decorative mod, a building mod, that probably one of my favorites from 1.7. So I'll probably add Lycanites and Z-Tones between this episode and next, just to add a little bit of fun. Now I will do some config changes because I don't know that I want, specifically I do not want the invasions with the bees. I hate those invasions. I may cut out invasions altogether. I was never really a fan of the invasions outside of like Mad Pack. But I will definitely cut out the bee invasions just because those are, for one, they're laggy. Because they start setting up these huge nests with thousands of little bees and they just lag you out. Plus, they just keep spamming that invasion a lot of times and you'll have 3 nests. And unless you're like super OP geared with like Draconic Evo stuff, you can't really clear those things out. Draconic Evo being a bit of an overstatement, but you do need some really crazy armor to go up in those beehives to clear them out and stuff. So but I will do some slight config changes like that and maybe set spawn rates to a reasonable point for this pack, because I mean this pack I can't just jump into like really crazy armor. So earlier on it's going to be more fight or flight kind of situations. We'll kind of do some adjustments with that and everything, and I think that'll be a bit of fun. So Lycanites and Z-Tones next episode. Chromatocraft, Rotary Craft, I'm on the fence. I'm going to debate with myself, and you guys, you know, give me some input if you'd like to see those within the pack. But we would have to do some gating and whatnot, and progression wouldn't really be tied to those particularly. So those would be more just for fun aspects. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit the like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with when new videos come out. Also, I do want to say this video was originally intended to come out on Monday. I do apologize. It came out on Tuesday, and that's because this weekend I decided to kind of take a day off. I haven't done that in a while, and so I just hung out with my girlfriend for a day, and we played Super Mario 3D World and, you know, some stuff like that. So, but anyways, I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys then.